In this demonstration, you'll see how to modify an image by using DISM. DISM is Microsoft's Deployment Image Servicing and Management command tool, and it provides a single centralized tool for performing all the functions of previous tools: PKG Manager, PE Image, and INTL CONFG. They've combined those tools into one tool. So we're going to the Windows Advanced Installation Kit again, and we're going to be opening up the command prompt here. So the command we're going to be playing around with is DISM, and here's the syntax for DISM. And this displays help information for the command. So we're going to make a new directory on the C drive called IMG that will allow us to play around with a image. Now we're going to execute a command that will mount an image. The nice thing about Windows WIM images is that we can mount these and change the contents of them before we deploy them. Oop, get in there. So as you can see, this command is rather long, and if you make a mistake, you may have to type it again. So here's the command I typed, and I left out some of the items that I need to add in there, which is a name, and hopefully now I've typed the right command for the Deployment Image Servicing and Management tool to actually mount the image. So here you can see the process of it actually mounting the image right now. So this is opening up the install.wim file indicated in the command here into a directory called c:\image, which will allow me to modify that image. Alright, so it's almost done mounting the image at this point, and we want to collect some information about this image. So once again, I'm going to use the DISM command in order to collect some information. So DISM, and I want to get mounted WIM info, and this will tell me information about this image, so we can see it's mounted in the c:\img, and the original image file is located in the E drive and those directories, and it has one index, and it's mounted with read and write access. Now that it's successfully mounted, we're going to actually navigate into the mounted image. So I need to change to the IMG folder. If I do a directory listing there, we're actually looking at the internal contents of this image at this point. I'm going to issue a command here. So looking at the Deployment Image Servicing and Management tool, it's going to give us some more syntax about options that we have available to us as we're working with this image. So we can do things like set the product key, current edition information, apply unattended files to the image. So a lot of different options that we can use with this command. We can add in drivers into the image. So we're going to add in a driver into this image. So once again, DISM, anytime we want to modify the image, we need to tell it what image we're modifying and the directory. We're going to tell it we're going to add a driver. And the driver that we want to add is located on the E drive. And the lab files. And we're going to point to the INF file for the drive that we want to add in. So this command allowed us to install a driver for the VX6000 LifeCam to the image, so it's available for all computers configured with this image. And so we have a couple options. Now we made changes to the image, we can issue a command to retain those images, or we can discard the changes. So if we want to retain the images, we need a /commit option. But in this case, I'm going to type the command that will allow me to discard the changes on this image. So I'm going to type in DISM. I'm going to unmount the image. And when I unmount it, I have to tell it what directory it's currently mounted. And that's the C:\img. And I have to tell it whether or not I want to commit. If I want to commit the changes I just made, I'm going to issue that the /commit. Otherwise, I'm going to type /discard. And that will put the image back into unmounted state, ready for deployment. Once again, the DISM is the Deployment Image Servicing and Management command line tool used to service Windows images offline before deployment. You can use it to install, uninstall, configure, and update Windows features, packages, drivers, and international settings. Subsets of the DISM servicing commands are also available for servicing a running operating system.